is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and as the title suggests, I am not driving. For those who are not watching this live and are watching this pre-recorded, this was a live stream. That means the conversation can go anywhere it wants, and we just don't know yet. I don't have a plan for this. I'm just here in a hotel all by myself, reading comics, and decided to do a live stream. So
Kevin.
Hey, Mike.
How's it going?
Going fine.
Yeah, it's funny seeing you here.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just happened to be in town.
Want to join?
Yeah, that's right. You live in this area.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not too far away.
Yeah, not too far away. So anyway, yeah, how's the day?
Nice seeing you. Well, a good day.
Hey, aren't you driving Mike and Kevin the
Apptrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah, who are you?
Hey, what's going on? It's Aaron, your personal driver.
Oh, do I know you?
Yeah, we go way back, man. I was on your podcast and Mike introduced us. We're friends.
You see a lot of people are on my podcast, but okay, so I guess I've got some company. So,
What's up, guys?
well, we've got 3 rideshare YouTubers. Are we active drivers?
I am an active driver.
Okay.
Less or so now.
And I'm not an active driver, so I guess a good topic would be, we have a good mix here. Yeah. So, interesting. So I don't drive anymore. You're part-time. So I guess a good question I have feels like the podcast almost.
Feels like the podcast.
Feels like the podcast, except it's live.
It's a live podcast.
How much longer do you guys intend to do rideshare? I ask this every time, and yet I kind of wonder, are we getting closer to that cutoff date?
Good question.
Let's start with you, since you seem to be a little...
Well, I've been moving away of driving rideshare, more so moving toward other apps. I talked about the scooter charging, and the bike scooter charging. I like delivery more now than rideshare. The car needs looked at. It's getting 122,000 miles. It's getting up there, so I kind of feel like delivery allows me to just kind of, take care of the car and not have it be as I don't know, having the sounds of needing maintenance or whatever. So that passengers may notice, but less so rideshare. Yeah, more so delivery, other apps. Yeah,
okay.
Right now. Yeah.
And are you transitioning out of rideshare, or are you going to keep around?
I would like to do rideshare again, as long as it's profitable. And again, since day one, I always was drive surge. The weekends were a thing. Search was pretty predictable. So as long as there could be a model where earnings are predictable, I could hopefully get $30+ an hour in fares. And that's what I was hitting in Pittsburgh. I would still do it. But firstly, the car needs looked at, for me to be really confident. Like, let's say I had 4 big guys getting in the car. It already sounds a little creaky, needs some maintenance after 122,000 miles. So just for my own security, I want to get it looked at first. And then again, the business model needs to be there, the earnings.
All right.
Yeah.
So what about you, guy, who apparently we go back many years?
So I've been driving. I love it. I love doing rideshare. The problem is where rideshare is today isn't where it was before. I mean, that's basically what we all talk about all the time. Every time Uber, Lyft comes out with another change, another update, if you will, what it is it's taking money out of drivers' pockets. So there's like at some point you don't make any more money is when you gotta stop, and I'm really worried that I'm getting close to that point.
Yeah.
I like rideshare because it gives you the freedom to drive and make money on your own schedule.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're making pennies on the dollar and you have to drive 70, 80 hours a week, to make a living,
right?
Well, then you're not driving on your own time.
No, you're not
driving all the time, right?
Right.
And so I'm worried, especially with the new surge that's coming up, that all my strategy, my business model of how I do Uber and make all this money it's going to be gone, and I just don't want to turn on my engine and just take every ride. You know what I mean?
Right, which is what Uber seems to be pushing us towards. Well, as you all know, I haven't driven for a couple months. Would really like to be honest. I do miss it, and I still like the concept. Yeah, you can make money on your own time, but I feel like the more Uber changes it, the less it's my business, the less it's my time, the less it's my rules. The new surge was, and that's why I started protesting it before it even hit my area. It still has not hit my area, folks, but...
Yeah, it's funny, all these changes happening to Uber, you think San Francisco would be like the first place they do it, right? But almost everything's old school in San Francisco because it worked before and they broke it from years past. So it's like doing Uber a year ago in San Francisco. Still,
I wonder if they do that and they start with the smaller markets because they want to see if it works with the smaller markets first.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work for the smaller markets, then maybe they put it on the bigger markets.
You made a good point, is that you like doing it. And I like doing it too. It's
Right.
it's fun doing it, but I feel like I'm like hunting for the surge, being in the right area because of my research, making good money.
Right.
Time out, guys. First of all, welcome to the live stream here. I see you guys in there. Dano, it did just start, by the way. Casey, I saw you in there as well. We have
Dano in the house.
We have
Yes.
we have a unique opportunity right here, guys. Thanks for joining. I see 23 of you in here. Up there on my channel. Hello, guys. I see you up there too. Leave a
I got
like.
3.
Yep, we're live streaming
Well,
3 angles.
3 angles, guys.
So you have to watch all 3 live streams at one point. I can't wait for someone to make that compilation YouTube video where they have this 3 live streams
That's what I'm doing when I
on
get
one
home. Are you
thing.
kidding me? I'm doing it right now.
Part-time driver, we see you in there. Kevin, thanks for joining. Thanks for everyone joining right now.
Yep, and thanks for the thumbs up.
Talking about a lot of things right here.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always nice on Saturday night. You take a little of the time to spend with us guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. Yes, when you could be out, well, getting drunk and getting Ubers home.
Doing whatever.
Getting drunk or taking other drunk people home.
Yeah, so
Like the model used to be, right? Know your area. So it took a while to kind of figure out which way the traffic went, and then once you learned the area, you could predict when and where surge was going to happen, right? So you could show up someplace 5 to 10 minutes early, sit in your car, not put those dead miles on your car, not drive around like an idiot.
exactly.
Then hit that big surge, and instead of taking 25 rides, you take 10 rides and make more money.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that Uber doesn't want you to do that. They want you to have your app on all the time, take every ride that comes your way. So
Oh,
now to
well,
make
of
that
course they
same
do.
money, they're going to cut the surge drivers can make with this new surge pricing. So you have to take more rides in order to make the same amount of money.
Oh well, they've actually been pretty open about that. Every time they make a change, it's like this is designed to keep you on the road longer. They're actually fully admitting that every single time. They're doing it just to keep us on the road.
Yeah, but you can't do that and then also pretend to be like in this relationship where it's like a business, like subcontracting, like a business, right?
Yeah.
Like if you always want the person on all the time and you're making your app designed to do that, you're pushing that line more towards employee than you are as contractor.
And the funny thing is, like, there was another company that obviously a little different, but like several years ago, like eBay started losing a lot of people selling stuff because they started, they raised the fees, they did all that jazz, but then their old CEO left, their new CEO came and said, you know what, we want people to sell more, and by selling more, we give more perks, and that's why eBay now lets you have like 50 free listings, whereas before it was like, oh, they charge you to list it, then they charge you if you put up a second picture. They changed a lot of that. Now again, a website's different from rideshare, I acknowledge that, but the thing is, eBay started getting popular again because they worked with the sellers who were their true customers. Right. Like, if you worked with the sellers, then the buyers would also follow. And Uber kind of needs to work the same way. They need to work with their drivers, and thus the passengers will be taken care of.
What's interesting to think about is with everything that's been happening with first upfront pricing, now upfront surge, Uber is still kind of moving forward because they just turned a profit for the first time. So are
the
these...
thing, they turned profit overseas though. They still are losing money in the
Oh
US.
yeah,
in the US.
yeah, it wasn't in the US.
Russia and China, they turned a profit.
And part of the reason they were profitable is because they shut down divisions,
Yeah.
which turned off the cash flow for,
I'm curious if there's ever going to be an upslope as growth as far as drivers liking the system, because right now it seems like it's still on the down slope when drivers not liking the system.
I had some people in North Carolina when they first tested it in North Carolina that loved it, but they were getting $25 surge. Like it wasn't like 5 or 7 or 8.
I've heard that.
Because they were like trying to like see how it worked. So they would go like a mile and a half and then get like $28 because of the surge.
Yeah.
But then as time went by, they lowered the amount of money that they were getting in North Carolina, and now they're kind of like not into it anymore.
right.
Which I think they'll probably do everywhere. Like you were talking about that too. They're probably gonna like artificially inflate the surge so everyone gets like on board. Like
And
this is sweet. And then
I remember one of you guys told us that. One of you guys told us that is like you mentioned, Aaron, the incentive, the plus was upfront surge was like super high, $25.
Yeah.
$25.
Yep.
And then you oh, I love this new system, and then it slowly went down. And again, this was one of you guys telling us this, is that it went to like plus $1, plus $2.
So the thing about surge is, the reason it's so important to hit the surge on the old school model is because it's a win-win. If it's a short ride, you can take continuous surges all night long as it's a surge ride. Or you get that whale and you go, half an hour or 45 minutes in one direction the whole time on surge. And that's where you make your money, is that $150, $200 trip balances out all these other little short ones. Or during that bar hour between 2 and 3 where it's surging, you take five really quick trips, but they're all surge. So it's a win-win. And now with the new surge model, that 45-minute ride that was $200.
Oh, it's toxic.
Now it's
toxic
like
now.
$27.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Yeah, if you see long trip on a surge, you just turn your app off. you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Oh, but you have to accept it, or else you won't get the next surge.
Remember,
I didn't know that. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You have to accept
that
it.
is so terrible.
You can't go offline. You can't change your. Aaron's really distraught over this, guys. You can't go offline. You can't change your preferences. You can't ignore it. So I was telling my audience.
You can't ignore it.
No,
You can't
so
ignore
if
it.
you get like a 4.1, or if you get whatever it is, you have to take it. It doesn't matter what it is.
And also, some people have been telling me, although I wish someone would make me a video so I could confirm this, where it's like, you can't see the surge unless you go online. Like, you can't even see
I
it.
did hear that, yeah.
Yeah, so no more, because I remember the way I used to do it, sitting in the room, just, waiting, and I see it goes red, and it got redder, then redder, and it's like, okay, turn it on, but you can't do that anymore.
I do live ride-along streams in my car, and so one of the more popular ones I did when I lived in Washington was Olympia. It's a little small city with like a half a city block worth of bars, right? Mm-hmm. And I would just drive there on Saturday night, and I would just sit there for half an hour and watch it go 1.1, 1.7, 2.3, 3.3. Okay, it's 4.0, I'll turn it on now. But if I can't...
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. That is not... So this is really the first time you're hearing about this.
So yeah, I got, with the kids and stuff like that, I kind of have been like out of the...
And it's only live in like 5 markets right now.
Say again?
It's only live in like 5 markets right now.
Yeah.
So I'm behind on my my Uber information. So that's super depressing. I didn't know that. I know the mechanics of it.
Same with Lyft, the upfront Lyft heat map, can't go offline, can't change
Here's the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
If you can't choose between which ride you take and which ride you don't ride, then that's it. That's in the discussion. You're not a contractor anymore.
Yeah, no, you're not.
That's it. Like, if you have to take every ride.
Thanks, guys. That's sweet.
But here's what Uber will probably say. They'll say, well, the surge is optional.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you want to run your business at 75 cents a mile,
we're promising to pay you this much, but we don't have to pay you surge. That's actually not under the fare. If you look under TOS, it lists. I mean, Peterson did the video. This was the video that one of the videos that made him famous in the rideshare community, was that he looked and he found out what the surge classified as, and it wasn't classified as a ride payment, which is what gives them the legal wiggle room to basically, well, you might get it, you might not, and put those restrictions. So you might still be independent contractors so long as they're still paying you what they promised.
Do you know if you have to be online to see the updated Lyft heat map? I know it is.
I have not confirmed that, although...
Let us know, guys.
I read the Rideshare Guy blog, and they did say something about how the primetime heat map did go away.
Uberman Tampa, thank you. Yes, you need to be online.
Okay.
So, and remember, guys, with that, it only shows that updated prime time for the exact location we are at. So no more studying the demand trends, which I loved doing. Like you mentioned, Aaron, it's looking for the demand trends. You can't see prime time. It's, I don't know, not a fan.
what that means is I'm just moving back to Seattle. I can make $250 a mile, and then that's the end of that story.
Oh yeah, did they actually make any roadways to making them employees?
It looks like they're just going to let the bill just sit there and die.
Yeah.
Question from Nam Lee there, I wanted to ask you guys is, are you going to be driving if this new surge is released in your market?
No. I don't see how I can. Look, guys, I already like food delivery better.
Yeah. I'm liking it more and more. Yeah.
You make the same or more money than you do rideshare, and you drive less miles, so it's more profitable. Now, the volume isn't there, right? You're not going to get like 30. If you guys watched 2 weeks ago, I got 42 rides on one Saturday, and that was a good Saturday, right? Mm-hmm. Because it was rocking in San Francisco. But I'm not going to get 42 food deliveries in one day.
No.
But I'm also not going to drive from San Jose to San Francisco to Sacramento. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going to stay in one little area, so you put less miles on your car. So I'll just do that. I mean, that's what I did when I first moved here while I was waiting for Uber to get on.
Best delivery app.
Caviar.
Caviar.
Because they
I
tell
need
you,
to try Caviar, guys.
Okay, so Caviar tells you what your cut is up front, so you know if your cut's $7 or $10.
Who's got the referral code?
It shows you where the pickup location is, where the drop-off location is, and where you are on the same map. So you can figure out how fast you can get from A to B for how much money.
Yep.
It also helps because you can, if you're like a super ninja like I am, you can go, oh, okay, so if I'm going to 14th Street, then you can turn on Postmates and pick up a delivery on the way.
Yeah.
So like, say you're going 4 miles east, if you can get a Postmates going 2 miles east or 5 miles east, then you can drop it off and then like leapfrog it. So you can do two food deliveries at once.
Yep. And Grubhub is the same way, but it's also interesting that Grubhub, I think, is the only gig economy app that's a publicly traded company.
Yeah. Also, they is it DoorDash? I think it's DoorDash that gives you upfront tipping.
I hate DoorDash. I hate DoorDash.
It's DoorDash. So DoorDash is the one where you have to do anything, you automatically tip your driver.
Yeah, it's defaulted.
Yeah, it's defaulted on there. So that's kind of cool too.
But one of the cons to DoorDash though is they will pay, the delivery fee is up to $5, but like say someone tips you $6, they will pay you $1 for the delivery fee, and $4 from that tip will count towards it. So they siphon your tips.
I remember that video. I think we had some videos on your channel about that. Something along the lines.
I actually have
got some hot water.
I actually have the phone numbers of a couple of very important people at DoorDash, and they've threatened to sue me a couple times.
Yeah, it was got you hot water. I remember that.
That's interesting. Also, you can do Ease now in the Bay Area, which is weed delivery. So Uber for weed.
Ease.
Have you done it? Have you signed up?
I signed up, but the thing is, they have like an orientation day.
Sure, I think.
And it was during my kid's school, so I couldn't go. Like, which I think is a dumb thing for an app that says you can work anytime you want to have one day a month that you can
Someone
go
else
in.
had an orientation with Postmates. Someone had an orientation. I signed up for. Couldn't make it, so there.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I can't do it.
We have
exactly.
Slavic here. Awesome. And
Hey guys,
Patrick's in the house.
what's going on,
Yep.
guys? Thanks for joining this roundtable discussion. I see you guys up there, over here as well. Thanks for joining.
Yep, 3 live streams. It's like the Matrix trilogy, but only one can be good.
Choose wisely, guys. A lot of live streams.
So what you guys need to do is go to all 3 live streams and thumbs
in
up
each
each
tab.
one, and then come back.
Open
Come
each
back.
live stream in a different tab. And there you go. And leave a like on all the live streams.
Yep. The was Saucy, because I make great tips on Saucy, but A, it's in the LA area, and B, not as many people use it as you would. It's alcohol delivery. That's all it. Which on paper that sounds like that should be a good idea, but you know what?
Yeah.
Since you're buying from like Bevmo and stuff, I mean, you can get from Bevmo on DoorDash and Postmates as well. So maybe that's why it's having.
I don't know. Do they have the same rule food delivery that if they don't show up, you can just keep it?
That's
why on Postmates I take every alcohol delivery on Postmates and I just cross
that actually, because they make partners with the. You have to bring it back, but you are compensated for bringing it back.
Right.
No, so I got a free case of Soul on Postmates.
I wouldn't know what to do with it, to be honest.
Did it show? I guess.
Yep.
I also got 2 free large pepperoni pizzas on Caviar.
Like, so someone says that we should do like a special where the prize should be someone can be on the live stream. Well, that depends if you're in the area, but
yeah, man, look, you guys can show up. I'll put you on a live stream anytime.
You can do a Google Hangouts. You can do that.
Yeah.
Google Hangouts somebody.
The funny thing is, I left my code for the Jurassic World and Ninja Batman movies at home because I sometimes give out free movies and Movie Pass and stuff.
You can link them later if someone wants to be quick to claim it, maybe.
It's more fun to watch it live and see people
live, so someone grab it.
scatter for it. It feels like power.
So question for you guys. So ride, share, or delivery, Are you doing both? If so, which one do you like better? And are you giving one up for the other? I can't imagine many people are going to give up delivery for rideshare. Probably vice versa. Give it up rideshare for delivery, if anything.
You know, temporarily I did give up rideshare for delivery because
makes sense.
the money was good. But then I think the more drivers it got, the less money I was making, so then I had to balance.
Pretty much.
What I'm doing now is food delivery when there isn't incentive to drive. Because the cool thing about San Francisco is sometimes they have just ridiculous incentives. Like, you know, so they'll give you like, if you do 25 rides in a row, they'll give you like $125, which is crazy.
How many deliveries?
I got a 25 for 125 once. One time.
25 deliveries,
one time.
125?
And then last week I did 15 for 50, which was also pretty good. Because 15 rides is pretty easy to get to, you know.
Yeah, and what's nice about food delivery is if you get like a catering thing where it's just a bunch of food, then you could get like a $50, $70 tip, and that's pretty good for an hour. So
I think it's so funny that you deliver a ham sandwich to somebody and they'll drop you $5 without even thinking, right? But you take their family, their luggage, and you drive 45 minutes safely to the airport, and they're like, "Nah, I'm not giving you money."
Because
the ham sandwich is important with the luggage.
because Uber encourages people not to tip. Heck, they still encourage people not to tip. They've sent me screenshots where it's like Uber's so like, call a ride, no tip required, and it's like, yeah, it shows how much you guys care.
Well, also I think maybe ham sandwiches are more important to people in their family. Gotta have.
Hey, one guy when I was on DoorDash, he had me deliver a Kit Kat bar, tipped me $3. He paid $5.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever delivered? Do you guys do Postmates?
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna save mine for last because I can almost guarantee you that I will beat you guys in the weirdest
I got
delivery.
3 boxes of Whippets. That's what I delivered.
What's Whippet?
Whippets are like you know, like the air cream that you spray out.
Oh,
it's like similar to laughing gas.
Yeah.
So what you do is you buy the industrial Whippets, like you put in like a whipped cream sprayer, and then you just put it in a balloon and you suck it in.
Yep.
It's like laughing gas.
Oh, so hold on, folks. There's someone being, you know, there you go.
Sweet move. Yeah, so I delivered 3 boxes of Whippets to like a private college party.
That's funny.
I had to go to like a weed shop, which was weird because I didn't recognize the name. So I walk in, I was like, I did a double take on the address. I'm like, wait a second, am I delivering a bong to someone or something? And so when the guy was telling me what he was doing, I was like, oh, so I'm a drug dealer right now. But they did give me a $50 tip on that.
Oh, that's nice.
And they also probably got really high on Whippets, I'm gonna guess. Or they really like whipped cream.
I still think I'm gonna have you beat, but what was your strangest?
I had nothing. I had nothing that was real crazy with delivery or anything. I've just done standard delivery. $20 tip once on Amazon restaurants. That was my best memory with delivery.
I forgot Amazon Flex. Amazon Flex is my favorite
Amazon
delivery.
Flex is awesome.
Yeah, Amazon Flex is better than caviar. Sorry, caviar.
Really, better than caviar. Well, then I'll stick with Amazon Flex.
Yeah, well, because it's a flat fee, so you don't. Have, you know, when you're food delivering, you're hustling, right? But when it's Amazon Flex, it's just delivery.
Can't get tips though. Sometimes. Tips,
So
18 an hour flat.
So the weirdest order I got on Postmates was somebody wanted me to pick up a copy of Joe Dirt 2 on
I remember that. I
Blu-ray.
remember you mentioned that. Yeah.
Have you guys gone to the iPhone store?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I did that a couple of times. Where never buy an iPhone through the app because it's like $1,000 now, right?
Yeah.
What if I just wanted to get fired from Postmates and I took it as like my
Oh yeah.
like, oh well, I'm retiring from Postmates. I'm gonna take this $1,000 phone now. All right, have a good one, guys. Sorry I didn't show up.
Yep. Well, Namli asked what the strangest thing someone left it in. Was it Namli? Someone asked what was the strangest item that was left in the car for an Uber.
If you guys watch my live stream, you know this because I have to tell the story every weekend in my car.
Oh well, I don't.
Okay, so.
Who are you again?
Who are you? well, I'll save mine for last. I think mine's the best. Sorry, you guys go.
Okay.
I got nothing crazy. I think we talked about this. We talked about this, I think, maybe the podcast live.
Probably,
I
but...
had nothing, guys. I had like an empty handle once when I was first starting. But nothing crazy. I left behind. Phones is standard stuff. Phones versus...
Someone left behind a brand new, unopened copy of From Justin to Kelly on DVD. And apparently it was from Big Lots.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the American Idol movie with Kelly Clarkson and Justin Guarini.
Oh.
And apparently they bought it from Big Lots, which started at $3, but they got a clearance down to 5 cents. And someone bought it and they left it in my car. I still haven't opened it, and I still have it because I just I still got to make like an actual proper video
Okay.
telling that story.
So let's look at the places I worked. Portland, Seattle, and San Francisco, right?
Yeah.
So let's just get it out of the way. I've had all kinds of drugs in my car. Like, that's not even strange to me. It's just like, oh, I'm in Portland, and someone left a bunch of dab in the back of my backseat. Oh, well. But the craziest thing that happened was I picked up 2 lesbians from a bar, which that's normal in those 3 cities. And they started making out in the backseat of the car.
Which is probably also normal.
Which is, well, no, it's not. Because they got
Really?
topless
Oh.
in the back of the car. So I was driving home and I was like, okay. And then, but one of them left their bra in the car.
Okay.
They left.
Easy to forget. Sure.
And I was like, well, I'm married, for those of you who don't know at home. So I was like, oh, I can just imagine driving home, like, where'd this bra come from? Oh, babe, I was doing rideshare last night. Uh-huh. Oh, you were? What's this bra then, right?
Throw it out the window real
So
quick.
I honked at them when they came back, and then they opened the back door. It's like, you left your bra back there. And then she went and grabbed it, and she looked at me, and it was like almost like out of a movie, I swear to God. She goes, we're not going to give you a tip, but let's be honest. We gave you a tip. And she like closed the door like a boss and like walked off with her bra.
I'd give him 1 star for that.
It was hilarious. It's
I
the
mean,
balls on that girl, man.
I'd say so.
But yeah, I have to tell people ask me what's the weirdest Uber experience. It's like a customer favorite to ask. So
Yeah.
I tell that on my live stream
they're
all
like,
the time.
Yeah, I've had to. I will admit, one thing I don't miss about rideshare is sharing the same stories over and over again. You would think after 6 years, people would have something more interesting to ask than, so how long have you been doing rideshare?
Yeah.
I just make stuff up now.
When did you start driving tonight, et cetera, et cetera.
But you can be anyone you want to
You
be.
can. Yes, you can.
You're
Yeah.
like, well, I was a spy, but I got out of the game, so now I do rideshare because I need a little bit extra income while I'm retired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it low key.
I'm sorry, what'd you say? Did you say you were a spy? Yeah, I was a spy, but it's kind of not as much. It's kind of like a lot of paperwork. I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see here.
Do you guys have plans after rideshare?
I would personally like to, well, because some people aren't aware, I am a writer, so I am always working on new books, and I'll probably have a couple more movie-related books published this year. I have.
Hashtag humble brag.
Oh no, they're not. Oh no, they're not. They don't sell that great. So, but I do write. I have a couple other YouTube channels, and yeah. So I've got plans beyond rideshare. And as some of you are aware, I'm putting videos up that are not related to the gig economy because we are transitioning the channel to a technology news commentary channel at some point in the future. It's not going to be tomorrow. It might not even be this year per se, but we're working towards it. So I'm thinking about next year more than I'm thinking about this year.
Aaron, do you think your channel is always going to be rideshare, or do you see it going somewhere in the future?
My channel's always going to be rideshare. I'm never going to transition to something else with that. But what I am thinking about doing is having maybe a branch off. So Your Personal Driver is my YouTube channel. Like I said, my YouTube channel is Your Personal Driver. Just check it out. But I was thinking about maybe
I'll make it a point to do that.
making
We'll link it below.
links in the description.
Never say never.
So-
Ruben Tampa says.
So,
Ruben Tampa says
yeah.
never.
So I was thinking about maybe doing a YPD Productions, where then I can offer them something. And the reason for that is my kid turned 5, and I asked him what he wanted for his birthday. So I was thinking Batman comic,
Yeah.
I don't know, baseball bat, hockey stick, and he said he wanted a YouTube channel to play video games on.
Wow.
So
Like streaming and stuff.
he wants to
Wow,
stream
that's
video
that's
games.
Sweet.
So he's
Okay.
5. He's 5
That's
years
awesome.
old.
He can be the next. Who's the toy kid?
PewDiePie.
The toy kid. There's a.
Oh, the toy kid. Ryan's.
Yeah, Ryan's toy.
Yeah.
Makes
Yeah,
millions.
But
Video games don't have anything to do with rideshare, but you can have multiple YouTube channels
yeah.
under one umbrella. So I was thinking about maybe branching out and then doing maybe a vlog or something like that. But
There's
I mean,
a
I don't know.
There's a YouTube Kids too. I'm wondering if you could have a channel on that or something. That's interesting. Question for you: are we going to see a? Well, first, are you using that new van for rideshare or no?
no,
The
I
eco,
will.
right?
But here's
Okay.
the thing: the plates are in the mail, so
Yeah, I
Uber
know
and
it's
Lyft won't inspect
Brand
it until I
spanking
have
new. I
this
saw
fit.
that video with
Yeah.
Jack Road Brian. You guys
And
pumped
there's
up.
some things I want to do to it first too. Like I got so for those who don't know, I got a brand new minivan, Chrysler Pacifica hybrid
Super high
plug-in.
tech, 300-mile
And-
range.
Yeah, no,
Crazy.
dude. I drove from
Crazy.
Berkeley, California to just north of San Diego. What city is this?
Carlsbad.
Yeah, that city. in one tank of gas. So 480 miles on one tank of gas. It's got TVs in it. It's got like
I saw a little bit of that.
So it's got a PlayStation in it. It's got Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advanced, Genesis, and PlayStation 1.
We need a walkthrough video of this crazy setup.
I'm going to do that, but first I want to put some like RGB in there, get some like red and some lights.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I just found a projector because there's a big roof, right?
Right.
So it's one of the mobile projectors that I'm trying to figure out how to hook it up so I can project a movie or something on the roof of the van.
Yeah. So eventually, is it just so I know? Are you using it eventually for rideshare? Or?
Right now it's just for the family,
Okay.
but I'm going to do one like live stream in the van so people can like see it, and also I just am curious as to how XL works.
So someone asked well, there are two questions that were asked while we were discussing that, and then I actually have one more question following up on this. But the first question is, a lot of you have been saying that they've been having some they've had negative balances after their rides. Now, I made a video about that and got a lot of flack for it. Apparently, what's going on is there is a system glitch, and apparently, if you email Uber, they will fix it.
Only if you email them?
Some of them,
That's how it works, man.
I think, I don't know about that. Some people said that they corrected it in 15 minutes, and other people said they had to email them. Thankfully, the receipt is showing how much minutes and miles you've driven, but my whole point of that video, and this is what I got criticized for, was that the fact that there was a major glitch like that showed why we should be able to see how much the rider paid, so that we can better tell Uber what we're owed. Now that's the answer to that question. Now the other question, and this is what's going to be interesting. Someone asked, when the new surge gets implemented nationwide, how do you think that's going to hurt the people who are driving 60 hours a week?
Yeah.
It's not. If you're driving 60 to 80 hours a week, you don't care about surge. You're just doing volume.
That's a good point.
Because
if you're on the app for 60 hours, you're not logging out and taking surge rides. You're taking every ride.
Yeah.
Or you're in the airport queue.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you get some surge, and once in a while you probably. So my question is like, and of course I don't do that, folks. If there's a YouTuber out there who does, maybe they can show how much surge they make per week. But
I had a thought on that. Not to interrupt you.
yeah,
You did, but yeah,
I did,
go ahead.
but you know.
I suspect, and then you can say what you're going to say, that the people who work 60 hours who make $2,000 a week, let's say they make $500-$600, I think they're going to get affected. It might not be on the scale of that we get affected, but they will be affected.
Yeah, but that is kind of what I was wondering. It's, with the new surge system, if you're driving 50, 60 plus hours a week, you know what you make, is it going to be affected? And we won't see until we see. So if you're in one of those markets, Cincinnati, San Antonio, I'm blanking on which markets have the updated surge right now. But if you're in one of those markets, and if you drive that many hours, you're driving 50, 60, let us know in the comments. I think it's only been active for a couple of weeks, maybe.
Right, and already everyone hates it, kind of like Express Pool.
Yes.
You know what? I'm the only driver who likes Express Pool.
You truly
And
are.
I'll tell you why. In San Francisco, it's a better product than Uber Pool. Because in San Francisco, you can't pull over. It's like New York. There's no space. There's no
Oh, that's an
parking.
interesting point.
So if you force the customer to be on the corner during a green light,
Hey,
you
bunny.
can pull over on the correct side of the street because it says northwest, corner or whatever. You can pull over. They get in the car and you keep going.
Okay.
With regular Uber Pool, they could be anywhere in the vicinity, and then you got to go. San Francisco traffic is just as bad as New York. It's just a smaller area.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
In the suburbs, if you get out of San Francisco, it's terrible because two corners could be like a mile and a half apart. Like one block could be really far. Where in San Francisco, blocks are like, like a tenth of a mile, right?
Right.
So it's in and out. It's way more efficient, and because you can cancel faster, you're not blocking traffic. You pull over, you don't see anybody, you cancel, and you keep going to your next ride. So I like
Good point.
Uber Express Pool in San Francisco proper. Outside of San Francisco proper, it's a
Well,
nightmare.
that actually sounds like using Express Pool properly, though.
Yeah.
And you get paid
But
the same. You get paid the same
people in
for
San
that.
Francisco are tech savvy. They've been using Uber and Lyft longer than anybody else, right?
they're the first ones to
used
use
to
it,
it.
yeah.
They're the first ones to use it.
First ones to use it.
And the customers like it too because it actually makes the driver and the customer who know what they're doing sync up faster.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think one of your fans is here. So if you can just say, Bunny is in the house.
Bunny in the house!
There.
Thanks for joining, buddy.
I'm not. We're not going to be doing that for every single person, especially since we have 54 people.
Bam.
So thanks. Hey, if anyone
the
gets a
thunder.
thumbs up, feel free to do that.
Appreciate it, guys.
But yep.
Oh, hearts for Bunny.
She got hearts for bunnies. Now someone just asked, why am I not as tough on Lyft when they are the same? I've been getting a lot tougher on Lyft, I think. When was the last time I said something really good about Lyft?
Lyft has been going.
I know you watch enough of my videos.
Either company, I guess.
Yeah, but like I used to like give Lyft a much bigger pass than I do now, and now I'm.
What is the last good thing we've said about Lyft? Anyone?
I mean, it's the same company now. Lyft and Uber are the same
Wow.
company.
See, you can see how hard we have to think about something. It kind of says a lot.
Well,
We have to think.
Hands down, Lyft used to be the best company.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
definitely.
easily were the
Yep.
best,
And
and I think they're good. I think we gave them a little bit more goodwill than they deserved for a longer period than they probably warranted.
That whole period where they had tipping and Uber didn't, it clearly was the winner at that point.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, night Uberman Tampa.
See you, Uberman Tampa.
deuces.
But yeah, Lyft.
I won't
Lyft-
drive Lyft now
Lyft is so frustrating.
because
They're really frustrating.
Uber in San Francisco beats the power driver bonus of Lyft.
Interesting.
So in most cities, because of the power driver bonus, full-time drivers only drive Lyft because you get like an extra $400 to $700 depending on your market.
Yeah.
But the incentive in San Francisco is better than the
Uber.
Yeah, so 60 is the minimum in San Francisco for $100.
Yeah.
So 60 rides, $100. So like I was saying, I get between 25 and 40 rides for 125. So you're getting 25 extra dollars for almost half as many rides on Uber.
Yeah.
So I just don't turn Lyft on anymore.
Interesting.
That's San Francisco. I can already tell people in your comments are calling me an idiot because in their market, Lyft is better. I'm telling you right now, it's happening.
Yep. Oh,
I'm
notice-
looking at you,
So
whoever
we
you
so
are.
we started complaining to Lyft and we got like 5 thumbs up all of a sudden. So there you go.
I'm going to say something super controversial.
Go
I
ahead.
think that Travis, not Travis K, he's the old one.
Dara.
That Dara K is an amazing CEO of Uber.
Okay.
I think he's turned the company around in the public eye, and he's managed to do all this stupid stuff to screw drivers, but in a way that seems acceptable, right?
I don't know. I don't feel it's very acceptable.
Well, we're drivers, we're insiders, we know, but the public at large
With the public,
has
yeah.
got to like what he's doing. Like the
Yeah.
commercials that he's putting out are
Well,
nice.
he's not shooting himself in the foot. He's not saying the dumb stuff.
He's not doing cocaine in Korea, so that's a start.
I remember that story. Yeah. He's a little more poised in the public eye right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's taken Uber to where they want to go as a company more effectively than Travis could get there because he's not as rough around the edges. I know he's screwing us as drivers. I'm not lying about
Oh, yeah.
that. I'm saying
Well,
his
and-
job isn't to make our lives better. His
Well,
job is to make the company money.
He's also screwing the passengers. I mean, upfront pricing. Let's not kid ourselves. What it is.
It's
But he didn't do upfront pricing. He's the one that had to implement it after it was already out there, how to make it acceptable. And I think
Yeah.
he's done a good job. Most passengers now
But
don't
you-
think about it.
But the thing is, I was not under the impression the passengers disliked Uber that much, even when Kalanick was at his worst. They
wasn't
really
broken.
didn't care.
It's a convenient system that everyone's like they need it. It's like they need Uber and Lyft.
Yeah. So I mean, he hasn't done anything for the drivers. He hasn't done anything for the public. I mean, you're right. From a shareholder perspective, he probably is brilliant because yeah, he's managed to convince people that he's doing a much better job than he actually is doing. But
He already has tied Travis Kalanick's record for quarters that he produces a profit, which is 1.
So you gotta start somewhere, I guess. You gotta start somewhere.
yep. Well, gee, and my controversial statement was that I don't think Roseanne should have been canceled.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother thing.
topic.
Can we stop firing people for their public opinions on stuff?
Whole nother
I don't-
can of worms.
I disagree with you. I want you fired. When is that like an American value? Everyone does that now.
I wonder, like, okay, you fired one person, and then like 300 people lost their job. How is that in any way a win?
300, you're talking about the Uber Arizona?
Yeah, let's talk about that too.
You said 300 people lost their jobs.
And
I was thinking
300 people in Arizona lost their job because of the self-driving car crash, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so, by the way, I'm just going to
Are we
say...
going to talk about autonomous? Are we really going autonomous right now?
This was when I was on your podcast.
Yes.
I told you they were going to do an investigation, and they were going to find out that Uber turned off the braking system.
And they
it's
did.
Uber's fault, and that the LiDAR system worked fine, but they broke the safety protocol. And then what happened? Boom.
Yeah.
Well, there was no slowdown. Yeah, there's no slow. It did detect
the
it,
car
but there was no
detected
slowdown.
it,
Right.
but the ability for the car to stop was cut out.
Yeah.
Can you hear me that, by the way? The realist. we're great friends here.
Yeah. Yes, we're great friends as long as he's not on camera, judging our channels.
Random guys sitting with us.
You really hurt JJ's feelings that day, by the way. She wanted me to let you know that.
Guys, we have almost 70 people in this
That
live
is
stream right now.
That is the highest I've ever
That's
gotten
awesome.
when not commenting on a thing that Dara was saying live.
So that's the power I bring to your channel. That's my brand.
It's
right
all
there.
Aaron. It's all Aaron, guys.
Who are you again? Like, you just sat down.
Okay, hey, I got comments on mine. Who said that?
Oh, it's Dano. Dano's over there.
Oh, Dano's over.
Dano's everywhere.
Dano's everywhere.
Yeah, I know you guys are watching this with a lot of tabs open, and we appreciate that.
Yes, we do.
I have 3 tabs open.
Yeah.
So are we talking autonomous right now? Are we talking Arizona autonomous?
I at least want to comment that, and this is where I don't know if Dara's going to look so good. How foolish of it with Dara to say, "Oh, we're going to be resuming testing in California and Pittsburgh," and the Pittsburgh mayor comes up and says, "Yeah, no, you're not. You didn't even clear that with me."
Good point.
So no,
Let's hear the defense.
So
here.
no, I'll just say this: Uber is notorious for failing to fill out like one sheet of paperwork. Do you remember when they got kicked out of California because they just didn't file the?
Oh yeah, and that's why they're not going back to California.
Yeah, it's just one piece of paper. You just fill it out, and then you can do it. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but that is it's.
Oh, Dan, dropping the big money.
Thanks, guys.
SSSS with a $20 super. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, 20.
Hold on. There it is.
Please make a big Slack group and let's do something and make subforms for cities and invite organize. It's not hard to do. It just, well, look, what do you think I tell people? Don't drive if you're not happy. That is the best form of protest.
Yeah.
But a lot of people.
I like the Seattle model, man.
Yeah.
Get a union. There, solve it. You get $2.50 a mile in.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, I was watching a much smaller channel, the NYC Uber blogger. I think that's his name. If I got it wrong, I'm sorry. But he used to be a taxi driver, drives Uber and Lyft now, and he did a video where he was talking about like, we're regulated. It's not that big a deal, and we make decent money.
Yeah. So I talked to one of my passengers. It's not like I'm homeboys with her or anything. Like one of my passengers I talked to is a labor attorney. And he said, like, we all think that this thing is new, right? That the gig economy is new. He's like, what do you think jobs were before unions? Everything was a gig economy. Like that, the United States was a gig economy before regulation happened, because companies could fire you at will. You never worked full time. You worked when you could, where you could, at their will. So basically, what we've done is we've electronically gone back to like 1900, where you could work in a flower shop for a penny a day, But we're free. We're free to work 80 hours a week to make a living now. And that kind of blew my mind. I was like, oh, you're right.
I don't know if I can reach this, guys.
Oh, I can't reach it. Oh, you want me to close it?
Yeah, just pretty close. Hey, SSSS, that's awesome. I really appreciate the super chat there. And okay, there's just the one. There's another one. Really appreciate the super chat there. I was going to mention, to your point about 250 a mile, I would be on the road every single night. Every night.
Oh, every night.
Yeah.
Every night.
Every night. Hey, Uber and Lyft, I've said this, I know a lot of us have said this forever, over a year, that if rates were at least 150 a mile or so, again, I would be on the road most every night.
Oh yeah.
So instead of having 96% turnover, something's got to change, right? It's fundamental. Something's got to change. Myself, Kevin, we're not driving as much as we even said we would like to drive. I would love to be on the road, and Kevin said the same thing. We like doing it, but it's got to make sense for our business.
Right. Right. And I know that some people
Just restore the rate cuts. Yeah. Uber wasn't broken. Just go back and do it.
it didn't need fixed. No, I suspect what happened. The reason it got this bad, and this showed how poor of of a businessman Travis Kalanick was. Like he wanted lower rates to kill Sidecar and Lyft, but the problem was he actually killed Sidecar. And I think he had that moment where it's like, shoot, we got one of them. I think we can get the other, and he just went as far as he could. And then it was slow so long that now it's really hard to go back.
Yeah, well, it's actually a good idea. Okay, so here's the thing. Travis had a good idea, which is charge the customers the same or maybe a little bit more and pay the drivers less. That's what upfront pricing is. Mm-hmm. Our rates went down, but they charged the customer the same amount of money on upfront pricing. Yeah. So they just increased their profit margin. Mm-hmm. The problem was in execution, because Travis was like, hey, look at this. And then like, then he's like, you know, buying hookers and here with his girlfriend and then doing cocaine and like getting all this problems and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
The simple thing with Uber is that, like you guys mentioned earlier, they're not making a profit in the U.S. So something's got to change fundamentally for their business, because it doesn't matter what they do. All the stuff that we talk about, they need to make a profit somehow. Yeah. I don't think that's the best way to do it, is doing upfront pricing. I don't think it's the best way to do it. Raise the rates or commission or change whatever you want to do.
So someone said, just watching Kevin with his nervous tick, I wouldn't want him driving well. I have Asperger's syndrome, so I'm sorry if it's a tick.
Kevin's a great driver, I'm sure.
Hey, I've been driving for 14 years and never.
Technically, this comment right here, driving hookers with my Uber money. Technically, it's investor money. That's VC's money. So venture capitalist money is what he was buying his business meetings with in Beach on. Just saying.
So guys, I think we only have a few minutes here left. I know we wanted to film some videos for you guys after this. So
hey,
Smith dropped a super chat.
You got a super chat.
Dano, I see you up there. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. We still see you up there on my channel, Aaron's channel over here as well. So we appreciate all you guys being here. 1, 2, 3. So I appreciate that, Dano. We got a few minutes because again, we do want to film some videos after this for you guys. And nice
for a future date.
For a future date. So if you have any questions.
So it'll be fun to film a video with you finally.
Yeah. We'll get some videos out there. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. So and
we'll go check out the car too.
I guess we can film a video since you're here.
The new car's out there. Yeah. We got to check out that.
Yes, we got to check out the car.
Yeah, we do got to check out that new car. So, any questions for us, real quick, guys? I know there's 50, 60 of you in here. We got 7 over here. We got viewers over here as well.
Need to do 3 more rides. I'll have to get $8 bonus.
Is that a streak, Ali? Is that a streak bonus?
Oh, it might be the streak bonus.
Yeah.
So
that may get me back out there.
Guys, I forgot to tell you, I got a $25 streak bonus
for
from
3
Lyft.
rides.
Oh, that
3 rides.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Can anyone beat a 3 ride $25?
See, that's nice when you can get bonuses like that.
Yeah, San Francisco. Okay, so I think Portland's the best market to drive in my personal opinion, but San Francisco is nice when those things happen, because they don't happen all the time, but when they do, it's nice.
From my understanding, you can keep it going, right? You can do another 3 and get another 3.
Yeah, but it was only for an hour, so they knew that they were giving out a lot of money. They just needed drivers for that hour.
I have $15. I'm thinking about doing that next week. Maybe get me back on the road.
The nice thing about it is, I hate Uber Pool, but if you have a 3 streak bonus and you pick up 3 Lyft lines, and then you just go home. You got
and then
$15.
maybe you can get another 3 and double it up.
Well, that'd be hard. It depends on how long it's for, but
how long that line is.
But okay, if you have Uber and Lyft, the secret is doing the streak on both.
Yeah.
So if you can get Uber Pool right away, get 3 in a row, get your $12 on Uber, then switch over to Lyft. Because on Lyft, if you started at 11:59, it still counts. You can still do 3 in a row. But Uber isn't like that.
Oh, because you started the first ride.
Yeah.
At 11:59.
Well, I don't know if that's everywhere, but that's in San Francisco.
Okay.
So I made like $57 in 1 hour because I did both.
Yeah.
And someone tipped me. And I had a $5 toll. I know you guys like to get technical on your... That's impossible. It's impossible.
The Taylor Swift concert. I actually saw Taylor Swift a few weeks ago.
The only thing I know about Taylor Swift is some guy grabbed her ass and she countersued him for $1 because he sued her because she got him fired. And then she went in court and bam, dropped a bomb on him.
Well, and also they caught a picture of him doing it.
Yeah. and so her manager called his manager and they fired him. He sued her in court. She's like, well, sweet, let's go to court. You know, because he was going to try to settle. And she's like, no, let's go to court. I countersue you for $1. She won and made him pay her $1.
She's
like the Cersei of music.
I love Taylor Swift. I don't care what people think of me. I love Taylor Swift.
I don't know one Taylor Swift song. I might if you played one, but
Yeah, the $1 win. Well, I think we need to start wrapping it up. I don't know about you guys, but we do want to film some videos and check out Aaron's car. Maybe we'll get some footage of that. We'll see. So
once I fix it all up the way I like it, I am going to do a review of the minivan too.
there you go. Kevin, I'll let you take us out because
So-
we're on the main.
Well, technically, we're on all the channels.
I know, and I don't know how we're going to do this. We're going to cut them all off.
But we've got 56 on my channel, 5 on yours, and how many on over there?
I can't stay where.
Oh,
Probably 0 now.
I'm gonna
Oh wait, you got 2.
I got 2.
Yeah,
hashtag humble brag.
you got 2.
So, anyway, folks, thanks for spending time with us, and for those of you who watched the pre-recorded version after the fact, thank you as well. Remember, if you want to add to this conversation, give us a thumbs up, comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Have a good one.
All right.
Now I got to reach over. I should turn